Danny Batty, welcome from Vista. Great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Tell me about M&S Learning and Development. What is this?
So M&S are working to shift the culture to continual coaching and development, so upskilling their teams and employees.
What did they launch?
So they launched a programme called Learning and Development. And it was just being launched when they came to us and asked us to look at how we could roll this out to some 70,000 people, from managers to teams to individuals, and create one place that they could go to and see the things that were available to them to develop their skills, but not only that, to show them how they could access them as well.
What is that place that you had to create? Describe it for me.
So they wanted something that we could give to managers to cascade down, but then also, as I say, hit the 70,000 other employees as well. So we created a booklet, a manual if you like, that we printed 300 of, that we gave to managers to then take to their team meets and their huddles, but also put it on their intranet as well. The interesting thing was that they'd just launched the learning and development work stream, if you like. So we had to take into consideration the branding, make sure that it hit and sat consistently on their intranet, because people would then look at that and become to recognise it as an internal tool.
And the booklet itself, it's quite large, I imagine. Bit of a tome.
50 pages.
Yep.
What we did was we got an awful lot of content, as you can imagine. This was, if you like, a portal for everything to come together. So our content team worked really hard, really short deadlines as well, to condense that down, to make it really clear, to make it concise, so people knew exactly what their next action could be. And we also printed it in a A5 manual, so it would fit in their laptop bags, easy to carry around rather than having a big brochure.
And keeping people's attention, focusing their attention on the information. I mean, we've got so many other things out there that can occupy us. What is it about the design of that and the way it's written that achieves that is successful?
So what we purposely did with the content is keep it really, really simple, not try to put long words in there, because that doesn't keep people's attention, can often make you look less intelligent by putting long words in. So we focused on that. Also taking the new branding, we colour-coded the chapters and the different work streams, so it was really clear to see what each section meant.
How did you work with the client?
We worked very closely with them. As I say, it was a really tight turnaround. So from receiving brief to first print run, we were looking at 15 days. There was a huge amount of content, so there was daily contact with them to ensure that they were happy with the way that we were kind of taking their baby and moulding it and reshaping the content, if you like. So it was very, very collaborative, but that's the way we tend to work generally anyway.
Yeah. And how did you push them to take things or do things differently, to be different perhaps from other clients of a similar stature or nature? I think
this, in a way, we were in a perfect position because they were just launching the learning and development look and feel. So that gave us legs to go, we need to create standout with this. So let's introduce imagery of people, of real life people working within the organisation, which is something they've not really done before. M&S as a brand is very clean. It's, it's very sort of black and white, if you like, and green, obviously. So bringing in that human element as well. So they kind of let us run with it to a certain extent because they were really excited about the launch of the new internal brand.
And how has it transformed the business for Vista, but also for them? What do you think?
For us, we've always worked with M&S in a different area, and this is the first time that we've worked in developing an internal comms rather than a large-scale event. So for us, it gave us a different insight to them as a business. For them, what it's done, it's created a lot of excitement around it. People are really interested in it. There's been really good feedback. So it's just about now, I think, building on that, continuing the relationship and making sure it still lands in a positive way.
Okay. So how are you going to do that? Keep on pushing them, ask them to do different things?
I think we will always continue to push them. That's what we do. Otherwise, there's no point us working with them. We'll continue to have our project meetings with them. We'll continue to go in and almost become a real part of their business as opposed to an external supplier.
Okay, so you have to really feel like you're part of the business, embed yourself almost.
We need to know the brand just as much as they do, and again, that's something that we do with every job. We want to understand that business just as much as our client does. Otherwise, how can we give them what they want?
Sounds perfect. Thank you so much, Danny Batty.
Thank you very much.